let's talk first about changing light direction. It's probably the easiest of these three to do because you don't have to change information really. You've got all the information handed to you. So let's say in our photo reference, but first, let's go back to that. So photo reference, let's say here's a photo I found of a boulder, right? And right now it's overcast. And let's say it's, I did this last night. So let's say I made it sunny, right? And we'll talk about that. We'll go back to this when we're talking about time of day. I think I forgot to change put a little bit of light this way. Right? So let's do that. Okay, so let's say I want to change light direction on this. By the way, all this stuff you can do traditionally. It's just a lot harder. Like the digital is a great tool. So I highly, if you aren't into digital, I recommend it and now there's not one specific program. I like painting in Photoshop because I was trained that way. There's other artist programs. I think is it Artist Pro or something on the iPhone where you can take a picture of your piece and then like with your finger paint over the top of it. Art Studio, I think is the name of it. And those are fine too. But light direction, if I want to, let's get a different brush here. I'm going to go down just a little bit smaller. If I say, okay, my light is coming from this way, and let's say I want it to be coming from the other direction. So there's a few things that I need to understand with that, right? And I'm not trying to make this a finished piece right now. Right, so I can start to change where the light direction is coming from. Now there's a few things I need to know to be able to do this effectively. Like all the information generally is here on the rock. All I did was say, well, I'm going to take the light that's on this side and I'm going to put it on this side. I'm going to take some of the shadow from over here and put it there. So I'm just going to flip places with that information, right? I'm going to have it change places in the picture. I'm not inventing anything per se, right? At this point, I'm just switching which direction the light's coming from. To do that, a few things are important to understand. Let's get rid of this. Let's bring a person in here. Got a light arrow. So we need to understand perspective, and we need to understand form and structure. So let's talk about planes first. So we're going to go back to that. We're going to come to this. So even though you may be painting the pepper this way, this is really what should be in your head, right? That we're simplifying things down to basic planes and structure. And even going further than that, like this is a square with a little top on it, right? It's amazing to me how in freshman drawing class, we start drawing a cube and we start drawing a sphere. And so many students are so anxious to get past that, to get to the real art, right? Like, oh, I'm sick of these exercises. I just want to get to the real stuff. And then the more you go on with your work, the more you know, now when I'm 43 and painting, I'm like, oh, everything I do really comes down to painting a cube and painting a sphere. Like that's it. If you can master those two things, you can paint anything. And the human body is comprised of these shapes. Like nature is these shapes. So everything really comes down to simplified basic planes. And if you can, the more you can practice those in your mind and your sketchbook, the better off you're going to be. So here's some different ways of thinking of some of those planes in an apple, right? We can simplify it down to a cube. We can make it more complex in some of the planes and some of the gradients, but really we're just making it simple, because once you understand basic planes, then those things can receive light in very basic ways. It's the same as we're doing with the rock right here, right? It's just a big box. That's it. There's not anything more complex than that. It's just a big box. And once I can understand how to light a box and what happens with values on that box, then I can do all sorts of stuff with it, and I can change the light direction. So form is the first thing that you need to understand. And I should say parenthetically here, a lot of what we're talking about today is actually really advanced stuff. And so changing atmospheric conditions, changing time of day, changing light direction, that is all built on top of a solid foundation of understanding of value and of form and of structure and color and temperature, all those other things that are foundational to what we do. Those are all assumed. So unfortunately, I'm not going to cover a lot of that. I'll talk about things parenthetically here and there, give little bits, but just know if some of this stuff is confusing, that A, it's hard to do, and I'm not professing to be the sole voice of wisdom and understanding of this topic, but there's still so much that I'm learning about it. But also just know that whatever work you put into understanding value and form and structure better is going to be a benefit. And often when I'll teach workshops, sometimes students will see like the schedule and they'll say, oh, well, we're just doing like little master copies, or we're just painting a cube. Like, I want to get to the real stuff. Like, oh no, this is the real stuff. Like, that is what it's about. So let's talk about perspective really quickly on this as far as it applies to light direction. We're going to just get rid of our little guy there for a minute. We're going to go here and here. Okay. We all understand perspective with a plane, right? And then I'm just going to draw a little house. Now, drawing perspective on the Cintiq on the little Intuos Pro isn't the easiest thing. So just bear with me if this looks a little gross right now. So we've got let's say we've got a little structure here. And if you want to draw along with me here in your sketchbook, you can make it look beautiful. Right, so we get how to draw a house or anything in perspective this way, right? We've done those exercises quite a bit. But then we start to think about shadows in the natural world, and we're like, I don't know where that's coming from. So let me just go here. Okay, so let's say our sun is right here, and really that is going to then come down on this, and it's going to, that's going to come down through there too. So that will cast further there. But in essence, this shadow is all, where the shadow is perspective with the sun as the vantage point, right? So that then you can, this is so horrible, this job. But you get the idea, right? That I can figure out this shadow based on the perspective point of my sun. So knowing where your light source is really key to changing light direction.